It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub. Full of water.
Full of water.
Hot tub. Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make you sweat. Hot tub. Rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Shall I get in the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shall I get in the hot tub?
Yeah.
Will it make me wet?
Well, I think Phil Cobb was coaching the USA soccer team last night.
I think it's raining outside right now.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard. But did you watch any of the soccer game last night?
I watched all of it. Yeah,
like I
well,
said,
I'll watch that embarrassment.
It looked like Phil Cobb was in charge last night of the U.S. soccer team. What was the final score?
4-1. Awful. That second half, that goaltending, as somebody that was not a soccer goalie but a hockey goalie, that guy feel bad. He got to feel bad.
Well, let me tell you this. Put the pads on, have anybody around the world get a real football team up, come play us in real football. We'll run the world in regular football.
We will.
Yes.
We'll take them all down.
Yes. Soccer, not so much, but the real football, it will. All right, good morning, Jim Brandt. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Tell us, man, this guy, he did it. He did something I would love to do, but I have not done it since 1965. Been up to Washington, D.C. He went there, and it's pretty cool how you and Judy did it. I'm sure she was the one that thought it up. But you take a train up there. They put your van in the back of the train, and you drive back.
Correct. I mean, you could take it back. We didn't choose that option, but it's called the Auto Train. It goes from Sanford, Florida, which is northeast of Orlando, to Lorton, 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 Virginia, which is just south of Washington, D.C., about half an hour. And it took us like 16 and a half hours, straight shot.
Awesome,
We've done it
man.
before. It's
awesome.
fun.
That's awesome. We've done a train before. This is back in, I can't remember, 92, something like that. We took a train to Denver and went up to the ski place. I can't think of the name of it now.
Aspen, Vail.
Breckenridge. Went up there for 2 weeks for Christmas. That was cool. But we really enjoyed the train ride. Now tell us, what was it like? Everybody had the USA shirts up in D.C. Everybody pumped up. Was it good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of people. And contrary to what you hear and what you see, it was really well done, really well thought out. It was called, the State Fair. There was like booths. It's not really booths. They were just like rooms, all air conditioned. Each state had some were a lot better than others. But
let me guess which ones. I won't even get into that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that either. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. Karen country for some of them, but it was fun. It was a lot to do.
Yeah. Did they the Washington Monument? Did they let you in that now? I can't, because
I've been a long time ago. I got in it and got to go up to the top. But I think since 2020 or 2011 rather, they don't let you do any of that stuff. It's like you used to be able to go inside the Statue of Liberty too,
right?
But they don't let you in there anymore. I don't think. So.
What?
We got a caller.
I can't read it.
It says Cowboy Bertram.
Cowboy Bertram. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I smell like a cowboy. What do you smell like?
Like a Tennessee Volunteer.
You smelled me out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Cowboy Bertram.
You can't fool us.
Come on,
I don't
man.
try to throw my voice anymore like I used to.
Were you up in D.C. with Jim Bob? Were you up there? That was the greatest fireworks show I've ever seen.
Oh,
that was
awesome,
incredible,
man. I was the guy that was swimming around in the reflecting pool with Fannie Wilbur Mills's old flame. You don't even know that. Are you old enough to remember that? If you're old enough to remember that, you should be listening to this program.
There you go. But what a great
Fourth! Because he's a history guy.
Mike, what a great 4th of July. This is one of the best ones I can remember. 1976 was great, but this was unbelievable.
Yeah, for those who didn't like all the stuff that was done there, I'm sorry, you need to go find another coach.
Move. Get out.
I'm serious. I don't normally get into all this kind of stuff, but like, you don't have a pulse. You need to go find somewhere else to make you happy.
Amen,
And if it's not here, hit the door.
You know what you remind me of, Jim Bob? You remind me of that great lawyer, Oliver Wendell Douglas from Green Acres. Dun, dun. Well, I agree with you, but also I believe in the right to protest, and I believe in the right to counter-protest. Like, if you burn an American flag, I believe I'm whip your ass with an axe handle. That's my counter-protest. Anyway, so let's don't go there. I want to talk about can I talk about soccer for about 30 seconds?
Yeah, go ahead. We're going to take a nap.
It's
Go
over.
ahead.
It's over. It's over. It's over. And
Yep.
the United States got beat by Belgium by the same amount they got beat by them in Atlanta in March by 3 goals. And that day they didn't even play their number 1 goaltender.
Ooh.
So take that. Anyway, now I love my. I don't want to brag about her. I don't want her to be known, but one of my offspring coached a state soccer champion. So I'm proud of that.
That's awesome, man.
It was awesome. She took after her daddy in some ways. She teaches history. But I don't make too much of her. People will hunt her down and say, "We want to kill your dad." I'm like, okay. But I want to talk to you about. Do you realize Alabama is playing an SEC game the second week? They're playing Kentucky.
Kentucky at Kentucky. Roll Tide.
Yeah, Kroger Field, which I want to tell you that I tried to order a case of beer from Walmart yesterday to be delivered, which they do that here. You have to show an ID.
Yeah.
And they didn't show up after 9 hours, and I called the woman who ordered it for me because I don't let anybody use my debit card. And I told her, cancel it. So we're going to be calling Kroger today or Publix.
Good.
But anyway.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
good.
awesome, man.
I'm going to tell you something there, Coach. I'm really worried about the Vols. You know who's quarterback in Georgia Tech?
No.
I bet you don't.
No.
But Jim Bob might know.
No, I don't know. Who is it?
His brother played at a Big Ten school last year and won a large trophy with a stiff arm.
Mendoza's brothers?
Wow.
Mendoza's brother is at Georgia Tech, and that game's going to be they don't even call it Grant Field anymore, which I don't know which Grant it was named after. It's now Bob. It was Bobby Dodd Stadium at Grant Field. Now
Right.
It's got some kind of sponsorship. I just know people go over to the varsity and they get sick, and then they go whatever. You got to go to the varsity at least once or twice in your life. Have y'all been there?
I've been there. I have been there, yes.
I had to understand. I don't know what a neck dog is. You know what a neck dog is?
I can't remember.
It's a naked dog, and it's not really naked. It's got mustard on it.
Yeah.
You know, a real
was
hot
good.
dog.
It was good.
Chili and onion. Oh, it was good. I'm not going to. Hey, man, it's nothing. Hey, that's America. I mean, that's like 4th of July.
We went and watched Alabama play Florida in the SEC, or either Washington or somebody in a game, playoff game. We went there. No, it was the old stadium. It wasn't the new one. It was the old one. So it was back a while.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I went there, and it was good. I enjoyed it. A lot of people,
You know what's
man.
happening at AT&T Field today?
What?
Well, Atlanta Stadium.
No, what?
Argentina is playing football.
Against Egypt.
Right.
I will miss that. I'll be honest, I didn't get into it. I know that's wrong, but I just didn't.
Well, I got one thing to tell you. It's great to bet because, I'm not encouraging gambling, but one of my former players, he won about $500 on the England game the other day, and if Bertram had scored one more goal, he'd have won $1,500.
Wow.
So if you know what you're doing, and this is not on a lot of money, but I don't want to encourage gambling. I want to encourage chastity and financial resolve and moderation in consuming alcoholic beverages.
This message brought to you by Brandon Sorsby.
Did you not?
Hey, there's Jason. He made it in. The traffic must have cleared up. Huh?
Hey, did you not like?
Sleeper.
Did you not like Jim's story about what he did? You know, he took a train to D.C. He was up there in all that mess. He saw a lot of great things.
He took the Crescent.
Trump
Oh, the
grabbed him, and
president,
Trump
Jim
spent a little
Bob?
bit of time. Trump loves the show, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Trump loves our show.
He does. I tell you what, I love that guy. I think he's in Turkey now. I used to call it Turkey.
Yeah, he's in Turkey, having a good
He's in
time.
Turkey, and he's over there. Turkey borders Iran. He's like saying, "Come on, baby."
When did it
He-
become
he's tough.
Turquia?
Right before the World Cup.
Okay.
Just when it's the same time the Czech Republic became Czechia,
Right.
which sounds like Chechnya, the old breakaway
Right.
province in the Soviet Union.
Correct.
It's just something to confuse Alabama guys on their exit exam.
Roll Tide. Hey, Mike, we got to take a break.
What's that?
That's near Birmingham. Hey, we got
What's
to take
that?
a break. You want to hold on?
I
You
know
gotta
you do. I just wanted to call up and tell you I love you. I'm glad you're back. Did your transmitter get blown up yesterday in the thunderstorm?
No, something happened.
We had to reset it.
We had
It
to
just,
reset it,
yeah,
yeah.
it just wasn't
Yeah, I
doing stuff.
understand.
Jason
I
Kovaleski
understand
pulled the
radio.
plug. I don't know. Something happened.
All right. Well, okay. I'm still looking forward to Tennessee on the 17th of October. That's going to be a mighty string. We got Texas, Auburn, Arkansas, Bama,
Roll Tide,
and then
baby.
yeah, whatever.
Roll
Whatever. War
Tide.
damn eagle to you then. Bye.
Bye.
But
Jason Kovaleski, did you have a good 4th of July? I thought 4th of July was great this year. That's the best I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, it worked, so that's awesome.
sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
No, it was all. I'm just talking about what I saw. You know, we were at Disney before, and I was surprised because a lot of people didn't have American stuff on. We did, and we had so many people stop and say, "I love that shirt, love your shirt, love your shirt." I'm like, "Why the hell don't y'all have it on?" But anyway, the 4th, I did look at some stuff at Disney in the 4th. There were a lot of people there. It was good, so everything was good down there. But all the people here in Panama City Beach, Bay County, was outstanding. The amount of money being made, it was incredible. I have never seen so many tents on Panama City Beach
Really?
in 27 years, whatever it's been. I was like, good Lord, look at the people on the beach. We went to the water park, hardly anybody there. Everybody's on the beach.
Good.
But we had a good time. I just thought people were more pumped up. Just like Jim said, if you don't like this country, you don't love this, get out of here, man. That's how we feel about it. Get out. We love it.
Soon.
USA, baby. What's going on at Max Fit Sports Nutrition?
Well, just same thing. We've got some good deals on protein. We do have a buy one, get one half off on our About Time protein because protein prices have gone through the roof. So we went,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yes.
You just said that, and I was thinking about something else.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's on the About Time protein. I mean, there's
Yeah.
some other ones that we're not running specials on. Unfortunately, we just can't. It's just gotten so expensive. But we do have one that's actually really good. So they come out to about $40 for about 30 servings, which is actually a good price on iceless nowadays. Sweet with stevia. We do have our free sample bar. We got our in by 570. We got some new pre-workouts in. So come down, check us out if you haven't been down. We got certified sports nutritionists on staff that can write you out a meal plan, get you on the right direction. We have our InBody 570 to track your results, and then the free sample bar to try out new products. So come check us out on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village or in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting
I saw
Goods.
one of your employees. She looked great. She went up to Virginia, I believe. That
Yeah.
competition, finished second overall. I
Yeah.
think she should have finished first. That's just me.
Yeah, those are tough. I mean,
What was her name again?
Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah,
Courtney.
the Quad Mommy on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can go give her a follow. She's actually a certified sports nutritionist. She does personal training. She does online training if you don't live in the area. But yeah, she did her all natural. She's all
Yeah,
natural. She
she's
doesn't take
amazing.
anything,
She is amazing.
Illegal. So she's all natural bodybuilder. But she did finish second. We did think she finished first, but those things are subjective, and the other
Yeah.
girls were really good too. But she's doing another show here in 2 weeks where she can actually get her pro card. So she's going to.
We gotta
give
get
it
her
a
back
shot.
on here.
Yeah, I will have her on before the show and have her talk a little bit about it.
All right, let's talk about some of our other great people, man. Steve is in the air conditioning. This heat is an unbelievable. The rest of the week is going to be brutal. I'm telling you, the heat index is going to be through the charts. But if you got Stevenson air conditioning, you have no problems. If you don't, you can get them. Call them. Tell them Coach told you to call them. They'll come out, service it. It's going to run better. It's going to save you money. It's going to last longer. Stevenson air conditioning #1, not even close. Just like the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. The man, the myth himself. I saw him yesterday. The best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. And also Pat Purnell, City Commissioner of Lynn Haven. What a man. What a man, a myth, a legend. The guy is incredible. If you want a great meal, you want to be treated like family. You want to be, they'll love on you. They're incredible. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. And you're already down there, James. Let's go get some jewelry. Let's go put our name on the wish list.
I got it out there, man. I'm still waiting on it.
David Adams, designer jewelry. Go write down what you want. Send your other lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. Send them down there, and you have it on the list, what you want. Patrick, Amber, and Russ will take care. They're the best at what they do. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a chance of thunderstorms and mostly sunny, and a high of 90 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Possible thunderstorms and mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze, and quite warm near 82. A mixture of mostly sunshine, and a chance of thunderstorms and 90 tomorrow. 90 and mostly sunshine Thursday. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves drop Game 4 and split the series. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
Braves took a one-run lead into the ninth, but Juan Soto's three-run home run put the Braves in position to lose after Raisel Iglesias blew his first save since July 26th of last year. Matt Olson ties it up with a two-run bomb in the bottom of the ninth, but they could not hold on. The Braves lose as Luis Torrens hits a double off of Owen Murphy in the top of the 10th. That proved to be the game winner as the Braves fall 7-6 in 10 innings. Mets in the rearview mirror. Pirates coming up next in Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens going for the Pirates. 24-year-old is 6-8, has a 3.62 ERA, 22 walks, and 119 strikeouts. Braves will look to get off to a good start in Game 1 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. As Braves Radio Network coverage comes your way at 5:25 in first pitch between the Braves and the Pirates, 6:40 from PNC Park, and you can hear all of it on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, we are back live. J. Michaels Studios, 104.3. ESPN Northwest Florida, absolutely. I heard it raining a minute ago. Was it raining when you came in?
Yes, but it was kind of spotty. There was some sun out, but raining.
It's going to be a beautiful day, like it always here in Paradise. Go out and have a great time. Be careful. Got a lot of people down visiting the beautiful beaches of Bay County. I do want to get this in today. This is our mutual home, Omaha Wild Kingdom update. And it's kind of like what you're seeing in this country in a way. You can tie it together, I think. But Jim and I have talked about this a lot because we live down Southwest Florida. We coach football down there. Sports are huge down that part of this country. And we got an issue, man. We have brought it up, and even now it's even getting worse. Researchers pulled, listen to this, 8,080 pounds of pythons, okay, in one county. We're not talking about the Everglades. We're talking about Collier County. Collier County has...
That's Naples, for those who don't.
Gorgeous Naples, Florida, per capita, the richest city in the country, per capita. The backyards go to the Gulf, It's a beautiful county. You go out, the people that teach have to live on the east side of 75, Interstate 75, because you can't afford to live anything west of 75. But there's beautiful landscape, everything. Well, all these pythons, we have told you, nothing can destroy them. They have taken over illegally. They came into our country illegally. They're in the Everglades, and they're expanding. They're taking over. They have killed and destroyed. They're talking about, this is in Collier County. We already told you about what they did in the Everglades. There's hardly any raccoons left. There are hardly any possums left, rabbits, squirrel, anything you can think of. And mark my word, it won't. I'll say within a year or two, you're going to hear of a young child being killed by one of these things. They're everywhere in Collier County. This is crazy, guys.
Hide your dogs.
And cats, dogs, and they're saying now, Collier County is just the beginning. They're going to keep coming up. The weather is perfect in Central Florida, Orlando area. And if you lived in Polk County, all that way, all that farmland and stuff like that, orange groves, they're going to be everywhere. And there's nothing that can. The only thing that can kill them when they're small is a gator.
Right.
As they get bigger, they can kill gators.
Those aren't even their natural predators, though. Gators
They have
usually don't eat snakes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem with what's going on. They don't have a natural predator in the habitat, so they're eating everything that is sizable to eat.
Yeah, it just shows you cannot let illegals come into your country. They take over.
Yeah, they'll eat
up everything, destroy everything. We have got to eliminate these pythons somehow, some way. I don't know what they're going to do.
Make them pay taxes.
But seriously, Jim, what you know what it was like down there. This is a real deal now. This is not something we're just kidding around about. This is going to be an issue for those people that live down there.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what the answer is, but like you say, they don't have any natural predators. That's the problem.
They got to hire the
They're
swamp
pretty high in the
people
food chain.
down there and kill them by contract. Pay them.
Well, they were doing it. They did it. They started in Everglades. There's just you can't stop it. It's too spread out. It's too many places. And all the deer, all the other animals down there, they're gone, which eliminates the food for the gators. And we just saw the young lady, 31 years old from California, north of Orlando, in a lake, a little creek off a lake, jumps into, because they're out hiking. She jumps in and it kills her. She bled out. Did you hear about that? Ripped both arms off. I was down there.
Wow.
And on the way to the hospital, she bled out. And they said it was like a 13-foot gator. They killed two of them. Hadn't heard another word about it. They don't know that. So what that tells me, they probably ain't the right gators. They're everywhere, and they're more aggressive than they've ever been. We've had 3 attacks within a week or so. It's just crazy what's happening out there. Be careful. Stay away from fresh water. Keep your eyes out. Pay attention to what's going on.
You're telling me this all now when I go kayaking this afternoon?
Man, I tell you what, down Central Florida, South Florida, I would not go kayaking anymore. Polk County, we used to do that kind of stuff. I wouldn't do that now for anything. Yeah. I wouldn't. They just get so many. You can't believe how many there are anymore.
I don't go surfing anymore because of sharks.
Yeah. Anyway, this is your Wild Kingdom nature update. But getting back to those snakes, man, we met the guy. He was on our show, the Swamp Guy, Swamp People. I love them, great people. They were killing gators in Louisiana. Now they went down to the Everglades to get into that racket. And they can't put a dent in this thing. They can't stop it. There's no answer. They're looking at each other like, what are we going to do? What are we going to Collier County, Jim Bob. Yeah. Collier County. Unbelievable. If they can't figure it out in Collier County, as much money they got and as smart as they are down there, it can't be figured out.
If the swamp people can't figure it out because that's their life.
Can't be figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take I can't read it. Who is it?
We got Nate on the line.
Nate, what's up, Big Nate?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing this Tuesday morning?
Man, we're trying to solve the issues. We're trying to keep all the illegals out of this country, kill them off.
Coach,
talking about snakes now. We're talking about snakes.
You got to be truthful about this. The snakes didn't come here on their own. They were brought here. So, if anything, they were slaves.
Brought over on the ships and everything,
That's right? That's kind of true.
Well, I mean, but they're from Burma, right?
Yeah,
Burmese pythons.
Yeah, that's south of Montgomery.
Somebody thought that they were cute little babies,
and they
brought them home, and then they got too big, and they're like, I can't house this, so they kicked them out.
What really got it going when that hurricane back in '80s hit Miami, and this stored all the thing, all the snakes got out. They blame a lot on that, but the other part is just like he's talking about. It's truly, that did happen, and he's right about what he's talking about. People buy these snakes and they get big. They don't dump them somewhere.
Well, that's how they got the gators in the sewers in New York. So, I mean, anything's possible.
I mean, the lionfish out in the Gulf are all like associated with Andrew and getting loose during the hurricane then in '92.
No, seriously, that's true when I talk about. I lived down there. They were talking about it.
Well, if you're going to talk about snakes, you got to talk about the noli, the brown ones, because they're not indigenous to Florida. The green ones are. The little lizards.
Yeah. What about all the goannas we got down in South Florida? That's crazy. They're bigger than my dog.
The cane toads now. Watch out for the cane toads.
Yeah, they'll get you too. Be careful. They'll get you
Well,
too.
no, the problem with the cane toads is the dogs pick them up and they're poisonous.
Yeah.
Well, eventually the gators and the pythons are going to have it out. But I think that the way that they need to fix this problem is they need to bring in some predators that hunt eggs, especially snake eggs. And if they can start quelling the egg population, then they might get a handle on this.
That's what they're going to have to do.
So mongooses, you can get mongooses in there. They're kind of cool.
Yeah. Phil Cobb likes eggs. We can send him loose down in the Everglades. He'll take care of that.
More raccoons. We can get some raccoons from Alabama and Georgia. Bring them down here.
No. The raccoons are about gone. The possums are about gone. The rabbits are about gone. I mean, they did research on it. It's bad.
You gotta get some big mongooses.
You can import some, get some Washington raccoons and bring them down.
They're a lot tougher. They're a lot tougher up there. Now, there's one. I tell you one thing I'm concerned about. Third week in October, those Smoky hounds. I'm worried about them. Oh, Smoky up there in Knoxville. That worries me.
Yeah. Those hound dogs, you got to be careful if they're out there hunting snakes, because snakes don't play, man.
Yeah, it's bad. Seriously,
They're worried about them Seminoles.
Well, I wanted to say congratulations to the USA soccer team. They gave it a good run, but them Belgian boys, man, they came to play.
Yeah.
I think they were mad that they let that guy back in. They just took it on the chin. They're like, you know what? I got a chip on my shoulder.
Well, we'll put a challenge out to the world. Go put on a real uniform. We'll play anywhere, anytime, any place in a real football game.
In a real football game.
Yeah, in a real football game.
It's coming. Coach, it's coming before we're both dead and gone. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a World Football League.
Yeah, the NFL's pushing. Why do you think they're playing? You're right. They're playing these games all over the place.
Well, they have the flag football in the Olympics now, I believe. I don't think it's a sanctioned sport, but that's where they're headed.
Yeah.
I think it actually is a sanction for the Los Angeles, because we're the host country. We can have a special sport for us, and so we'll actually get a medal at that.
Nice.
Well, we better.
What, the 7-on-7 competition, both men and female?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a co-ed one, too.
Yeah, because
I think that's one of in the Olympics. There's going to be male, female, and co-ed.
I think that some of the NFL players played against our actual flag football team and got pretty much whooped by them, because it's a different type of sport.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the whole game last night?
No, I did not. I'm not a huge soccer fan. I just saw the highlights.
Hey, let me ask you something. I got you on the phone. They were going over we yesterday were going to all these stadiums and stuff. Washington was ranked there really high. Is it that loud? Is it really a great atmosphere up there at Washington?
You mean in Seattle, the Lumen Field?
Well, no, they're talking about the Washington Huskies.
Oh yeah, no, that place is off the hook.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
Comparatively, if you look at so if you look at Lumen Field, which is the NFL stadium,
right?
If you look at that, and then you come back and you compare that college-wise, Washington's right up there.
That's what they said.
You've got so many people, and the way that they've got that constructed. Now, people died in that construction, Coach, when they redid the stadium back when I was a teenager. They put up the outer bowl, what they call it, and it's a double-layer, double-stacked metal construction, and the fans basically hang over the field. It is so, like, if you got vertigo, you don't want to sit up there.
Wow.
Now, the student section's down in the lower bowl, but everybody else is up high looking down, just like an NFL stadium. Wow. And because of the it's right on the lake, everything just echoes.
Wow. Yeah, they talk highly of it. I just want to make sure.
If you've never gone to I played there in a like a tournament game.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of playing there, and that stadium is it's just kind of awe-inspiring. Honestly, you just don't know what you're gonna. expect until you get up in there.
Well, listen, we got to take a break. Thank you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for calling. You have a wonderful day. Thank you, sir.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, man.
Bye.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We all love Peppers. We finally got a Peppers Mexican Grill in beautiful Panama City Beach. Where's it at? Panama City Beach Parkway. They are knocking out of the ballpark. That thing has exploded. Great food, great atmosphere, great place to have birthday parties. Of course, we know the one in town is absolutely wonderful. So we got 2 great locations in Bay County. Get out to Peppers Mexican Grill. Tell them Coach sent you. I think Julie and I might go there tonight and have a great quesadillas. Incredible. And don't forget, buy one, get one free. We're talking about house margaritas and draft beer. Great atmosphere. Peppers Mexican Grill. Hey, 1 in 5 develops skin cancer. It can be deadly. Can't wait. Whole Coach John Ward's back in town. Him and Jimmy Trones, they were up in D.C. for the 4th of July having a great time. So Coach will listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30. But 1 in 5 develops skin cancer. It can be deadly. Coach Ward has offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. If you listen right now, there's one near you. Don't put it off. Get checked out. Be right back. Jim Bob, Jason Kovaleski, Big James, 104.3. We get back, FSU, what's going on in Tally. We'll be right back.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
If you were so good at it, Stephen A. Smith, then why hasn't anybody ever asked you to be the general manager of a team and go build a team and win a championship? Yeah. You were wrong about the Knicks, and I think you're wrong about this. It has no effect on what color a person is based off of whether or not they're going to win a basketball game or not.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to espnpc.com. Bruh.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Woo! FSU update brought to you by Newbies. We have not one, not two, not three. We got 4 great locations. John and Charlotte always give back to this community. Let's make sure we got them support them. They're going to have the best entertainment for you at all 4 locations, but especially the Mothership. Get out Newbies 2 on the curb, watch all the sporting events going on, and then head on down to the Mothership. They have been packed out. It's been a great summer for them. Go support them. Again, they always give back to this community. All 4 of the great Newbies. Jim, what do you got for us today on FSU?
All right, we're going to start with Major League Baseball, which I know James Hale knows nothing about because he's never seen a Major League game in his life.
I played in it for about 3 years, okay?
But I, on the other hand, have seen many Major League games. But anyway, Florida State has made a contribution to the Cleveland Indians, also known as the Guardians, with a pitcher. His name's Parker Messick. I've mentioned him a number of times this season. He's a rookie. He played a little bit last year, but this is really his rookie year. He made the All-Star game as a rookie, a rookie pitcher, which doesn't happen very often. He's got 7 wins and 5 losses. He's got an ERA 2.8. He strikes out a lot of people. He's from Plant City. He was a second-round draft pick in the 2022 draft. He was the 54th overall pick. Went to Cleveland. He's done a great job. I hope he doesn't flame out or end up getting traded like so many Cleveland. No, we can't pay him, so we're going to get rid of him before we have to pay him, which is the life of a Cleveland fan. I think probably Cincinnati too, but definitely in Cleveland, that's how it goes. But anyway, Parker Messick, left-hand pitcher from Plant City, did a great job, or is doing a great job. Hopefully he'll keep it up and he'll be there a long time. Excuse me now. If you're a Florida State fan, you know that one of their quarterbacks from the past is a guy named Danny Cannell. Did a good job, won a ton of games at Florida State. He's not a real popular person.
Yeah, not a great fan.
With SEC people like James Hale because he doesn't kowtow and kiss the ring of Nick Saban like you're supposed to.
Thank you.
Okay? But they asked him, Danny, you played there. What does Florida State need to do to turn this thing around, And I was thinking he was going to give some highfalutin, spend more money, NIL, recruit better, whatever
the correct answer.
Yeah, the normal answers, coach speak answers like you hear at SEC Media Days, the normal coach speak answers. But what his answer was, Mike Norvell needs to stand up in front of the team and say, nobody thinks we're any good. Everybody thinks we're terrible. What are you going to do about it? Daddy, that's it? That's your answer?
Didn't do that last year.
So I'm saying to myself, Danny, I coached and I played, and that don't take you so far, but you would think that they would have heard that speech before now, because this is not a new thing. This is going on 2 years now. They've won 7 games in 2 years. So if they had the ability to make something that simple to say, what are you going to do about it? Well, they haven't done anything yet, so I don't know what would make you think that that's going to happen now as opposed to what I think the real answer is, like the Indiana answer or the Texas Tech answer. You got to get transfers, and you got to get the ones that can play, and you got to get the right ones. I think that's how it'll turn around. I just don't think standing up in front of your team and saying, well, what are you going to do about it? I just don't think that's going to work.
Turning it of them into Derek Brooks or Warwick Dunn or Peter Warwick, no. Like, you need talent in this day and age. And honestly, we talked about it for 4 years leading up to it. They were terrible at high school recruiting. It was going to catch up to them at some point. You can't always rely on the portal. They were kind of an early player in the portal. Now everybody's a player. Everybody's got money, and the big timers are, kind of bouncing out and figuring out the structure of a roster. And they're not able to recruit the portal or high school very well right now. So I think Mike Norvell is a dead man walking, and I think the boosters there know that. So I think they're holding a little bit money back. I don't think it's as bad as what that we're seeing over the last 2 recruiting cycles, but I just can't see them moving forward with Mike Norvell. I don't think he has the total support of the booster network and the money people and the power brokers there at Florida State, because there are some guys there.
24/7. Top 25 recruiting class by 24/7. FSU, not even near the top 25.
They were below 50.
Yeah, and neither's Alabama.
No.
But I'll give Alabama some leeway because nowadays you have to have some balance on your roster. And they just landed the number 2 class in the country last year. So maybe they didn't have all the money in the world or the roster spots to spend top-end money this year. That's going to happen with some teams. Ohio State's going to take a small class that, it was ranked very high, but they're only going to take about 18 to 20 players this recruiting cycle. Normally
but they're in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, they've selected and used their money wisely.
Not like 50th or 40th like Alabama.
No.
And I want to talk about another topic. This was actually passed a couple of weeks ago, but we've kind of been missing in action because doing other things, traveling and such. And that's the 5 for 5 legislation that's been passed. It used to be that you had 5 years to get in, 4 years of eligibility. Now the NCAA just said, you have 5 years. It doesn't matter how many times you want to transfer or how many times you have blow your knee out or anything else. You got 5 years, which I think makes it is too. It's like That's too simple.
Right.
There's got to be more to this. So now, from here on out, you have 5 years to get 5 years of eligibility. Now, the thing that I think it could affect this year is what happens if you got a guy who normally would go out because it's his third year in the program, fourth year in the program. He's not going to be a real high draft pick maybe. Does he stick around for that fifth year now?
Like a Carson Beck.
Yeah. So I think that could have some impact upon Florida State. I don't know who that player might be, but what are you guys' thoughts about the 5 for 5? I think it makes a lot of sense.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Did they implement the one-year transfer or one-time transfer too? Wasn't that part of it? I don't know if that got voted in.
That's a good question. That I don't know.
Because I know they were trying to make it where you can transfer once. The second time you had to sit out a year. If they would implement that, it would change.
We used
a
to
lot.
have that.
I know, and it
that
worked.
was the rule forever.
It kind of made people think twice about jumping from team to team to team. You didn't see 5, different teams in 5 years. So
right.
That's another thing that needs to be added if we're going to see some type of structure, some guardrails on this, because it's just too easy for guys to jump for the next contract. Oh, I'm going to get paid here. And then you see guys go from Alabama or Ohio State to, South Florida. And you never hear from them.
They could solve all this stuff. You get four commissioners in a room, say, look, here's what we're going to do. They transfer one time, we'll accept them. After that, we're not going to offer them a scholarship. It's that simple.
They're going to have to get a collective bargaining agreement, which I don't think any of us really want, but they need it to have structure, which means they're going to have to basically sit down. The players are going to have a union rep. Teams or coaches or whatever programs are going to have a union rep. They're going to sit down and they're going to hash all this out. But they want to get that structured out so the school pays the players. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that boosters and all these NIL collectors are paying the players, because the whole argument before was, we want a share of the pie. We want a piece of this TV contract. They're not the ones paying them. The NIL collectors are the ones that are paying them. So nothing really changed there.
Yeah, I just thought of something went right out of my head. It was good, too. Maybe it'll come back.
I thought of this last night. I said, because there's so much. Well, we need to put the guys on contracts. Let's just say, for giggles here, and giggles, the guys go on contract. I'm talking about college players. Does that mean then you can then trade them? Could you trade? Hey, we got two players here at Ohio State. We want to trade to Louisville for whatever, and we'll give you this. Can you see that coming down the road? If the guys went on contracts, their contracts could be traded, and then we can trade them, but you can't trade them within your own league. You got to go. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could happen here. I don't think that's going to happen, but.
That's all to be hashed out in a collective bargaining agreement. That's the whole point of that, to figure out what they want to do.
Remember in the old days, you had to have so many hours working towards your degree to be eligible to play. You had to have a certain GPA.
Yep.
They got to get back with that. You're going to come to school here to get an education. If you don't have X many hours towards your degree, you don't play.
They didn't come to play school. They came here to play football. And
Cardell Jones.
I think, people had lost that, which is funny because Cardell Jones was actually a good student. We could still get flack over that. He finished with an AB honor roll and graduated in, I think,
but he was at Ohio State. It's not like he was at Southern Miss.
But my whole point about this, I think we're closer to football players not going to class at all and majoring in football and just concentrating on football, training every day. I mean, it's a full-time job. You know that. And trying to go to class. You got some of these guys whose tutors are doing their work anyway. It's not like they're going to class and getting a doctorate or anything. So right. I think we're closer to seeing majors in football than we are seeing these guys actually go back to class and get a real degree.
Well, what I'm looking for is something special. One of these electrical bikes are taking over the world.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to get a great one. And where would I go? Well, I'll tell you where I'm going to go, Steve's Bike Shop. Well, they've been in business for a while? Yeah, since 1979. Are they local? Yeah, 1979. The guy's a swim coach at Mosley. Steve Bertishaw is incredible. New and used electrical bikes, standard bikes. They do it all. If you made a mistake and bought one of these stores and you take it home, the tires never stay pumped up and the brakes don't work, well, take it down to Steve. He'll fix it up and it'll work. Better yet, go buy one for Steve and you get what you pay for. Nobody does a better job than Steve's Bike Shop. Just like Kyle Vandegrift. TK Vandy, general contractor. They design and build, not just roofs. They do it all. They can do anything. That legendary family, the Vandegrifts. Turpro Pest Control, #1. Patrick does not only take care of your yard, make it look like a golf course. If you got bugs in the house, they'll be gone
USA.
for USA, baby. They'll be gone for good. Inside your house and in your yard. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida.
We can go to a youth sporting event, drink, and you know how they can get when they don't get their way? Man, that can create a problem.
In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
The day and age we live in with parents going crazy, getting in fights. I don't see alcohol making that any better.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
5 minutes can save your life.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a chance of thunderstorms and mostly sunny, and a high of 90 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Possible thunderstorms and mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze, and quite warm near 82. A mixture of mostly sunshine, and a chance of thunderstorms and 90 tomorrow. 90 and mostly sunshine Thursday. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Get ready for our Star Spangled celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in beautiful downtown Panama City. Save 20 to 50% throughout the store on fine jewelry, diamonds, gifts, and more. Plus, now is the perfect time to start your Christmas shopping with only 20% down on layaways. Don't miss the savings, sparkle, and celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, putting a sparkle on Bay County, 638 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Where's Kurt Russell when you need him?
And we are back live. J. Michael Studios, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The best shows are between the breaks. Things we can't talk about on the air. We need to do it. Let's go do that thing you were talking. What do they call? Podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go do one. All right, here we go. Let's talk about this. If you want to go see a great movie, Young George, I went and saw it. I'm going to go see it again. It's incredible, the story about George Washington. It's done by the Angel. They don't have any cussing in their movies. They have big-time actors in it. The scenery is absolutely beautiful. It's about his story. And the place, I was shocked. It was, Jill and I went on a Sunday in town, and it was almost sold out. A lot of people are going to go see it. These are good history-type movies, the things they don't want to show you anymore. You know how they kind of badmouth our past and everything else? This is good. You need to go see it. Take your family. The younger kids need to go see this history stuff. It's really good. I really think you'd enjoy it. And again, I'm going to go see it again. I want to go with my son to go see it. You really would enjoy it, Jimmy. I know you're a history guy.
Is it better than the Elvis movie?
Well, that ain't much better than Elvis now. Come on.
Did you see the movie they banned on Elon shared on Twitter? It's called Citizen Vigilante.
Yes, that's a great movie.
You did see it?
Oh no, but I'm
Okay.
I'm going to.
I'm trying to. I don't know where to watch it.
Yeah.
They banned it because it's too true about today and citizens taking back their country.
Do it, baby. All right, I got a question for all four of you, all four of us. So James, listen, and give me a few minutes. Just don't spout out what I know you're going to say because I know who I'm going to say already.
Nick Saban, Alabama.
There's 4 teams.
Bear Bryant.
4 teams going undefeated, had the best shot to going undefeated in 2026. Here are the 4 teams we're going to talk about. All 4. Now, we're not talking about the little boys of the world. We're talking the big blue bloods.
Boise State.
The teams that have an opportunity to win a national championship. They're not on this
I'm
list.
kidding.
Here are the 4 teams you get to choose from. Georgia from the SEC. Ohio State from the Big Ten. Miami from the ACC. And forget the Big 12, Notre Dame. Let's go to the schedules briefly, and we'll come back and go to it. I think we already know who we're going to pick, but maybe we'll say let's pick 2 teams. Georgia, Tennessee State, Western Kentucky, at Arkansas, Oklahoma at home, Vandy at home, at Alabama, Auburn at home, at Ole Miss, Missouri at home, Mississippi State. No, I'm sorry, at South Carolina, then at home, Georgia Tech. So that's Georgia. Ohio State, Ball State at home, at Texas, Kent State, Illinois, at Iowa. At Iowa, I'm telling you, that'll be at Iowa, Maryland, at Indiana, which is a big one, at USC, watch out for that one, Northwestern, at Nebraska, and Michigan. That's their schedule.
They got Oregon in there, too, somewhere.
Yeah, they got Oregon in there,
I
too.
left out Oregon. Okay, Oregon. Miami, Stanford, Florida A&M, Wake Forest, Central Michigan, Clemson, FSU, Pitt, North Carolina, which is picked dead last in the ACC, Notre Dame, at Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, they'll be a lot better, Boston College. That's their teams. And now the one I've picked to go undefeated out of these four, if I can only pick one, is Notre Dame. Home, Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, Purdue, North Carolina, Stanford, at BYU, Navy, the big one, Miami at home, BC, SMU, which is going to be a pretty good football team, and Syracuse. To me, it's not even close.
Gauntlet.
Miami, right?
I say Miami. It depends on who you think is going to win the Miami-Notre Dame game because both those schedules are super soft. Like maybe Clemson.
So that's the two teams.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way Georgia's going to go undefeated.
Or
No.
Ohio State.
I don't think Ohio State's going to go undefeated.
They got 6 top 25 games. They got 3 in the top 5 this year,
Yeah.
and 2 on those are on the road. So
It might be where they beat like an Indiana, Oregon, and screw up and lose to Iowa. You just don't know.
It's hard to play at Iowa. I mean, they're solid for a reason.
It's just hard to get up and play 12 weeks in a row, and when you got 6 really good teams on that schedule, it's hard every week to do it.
You got injuries.
All schedules are not created equal.
No, and you got injuries, and you have guys that have nicks and bruises. When you play that type, and that's why it's so hard, and people don't understand when you're playing in the SEC or Big Ten. When you play that every week, like when you play an Auburn or a Vanderbilt, that's your mid game. And that's probably like the best game in the Big 12 or the ACC. But that's your 6th or 7th hardest game when you're playing a schedule like that, the Big Ten or the SEC, and that's the main difference. I do think these teams will be more battle tested, and I think if you can manage your roster a little bit, it's going to help them in the long run. I'm really more nervous for Miami Notre Dame only playing that one game and then getting into playoffs and then have to play like 3 or 4 really tough teams.
I educate my family in Alabama this way because they just don't understand it. Some of them. One of them is in Alabama. You see some of his posts. He thinks differently than me. But in their mind, they don't get it. So I always use Nebraska because we all know about Nebraska. Nebraska beats Florida State. Florida for the national championship. They beat Alabama, embarrassed them back in the day. They went to the Big Ten, and all of a sudden that winning 12 games a year doesn't happen anymore. Matter of fact, I don't think they've had a winning season in the Big Ten play. I could be wrong on that since they've joined. And they've been there a long time. That's what I'm telling you. These leagues are different. And I think they're finally getting it, some of my SEC family in the great state of Alabama. They're starting to understand. They just won the last 3 national championships. That's big boy football. That's physical football. It ain't like the Midwest or the Southwestern Conference. We had 2 or 3 good teams, and that was it.
Right.
Big 8, 2 or 3 teams, that's it. All these different conferences are totally different. That's the reason I'm still, I just say it, I'm still for the Big Ten, SEC breakaway and start the Super League. I really am. I'm ready for it.
I think they're going to have to eventually because I don't think they can police this many teams, and I think there's only about 40, 50 teams that can really compete with the NIL the way it's structured. Even Florida State's on the fringe right now. Think about that. They're a top 15 program nationally over the history of college football, even though their history is a little bit shorter than most. But can they really compete in this day and age and in this era? I think they can if they get their resources, the right coach. But there's not many teams that are going to compete in the NIL era, and I think it's about caps at about 45, 50.
All right, we always try to be honest and fair and balanced. Look at their recruiting. They're not even the top 25. They were always a powerhouse in the past. And all these great players in the state of Florida, they're going to go to Florida State, Florida, Miami. Now they're going all over the world. All over the country.
But look at teams like Colorado. Historically, have been pretty good with the right coach. They got their right coach. They can't recruit. They can't win. They can't really compete on the NIL, era. There's some teams in the Big Ten that can't. Northwestern, I don't think is a player in the NIL era. Now they got some money. They're spending it, so they might be able to come back. But there's teams that just cannot compete because financially, who's going to compete with Oregon, Texas A&M, Miami? Those teams are spending probably 30, 40
You don't have a
million.
billionaire, you're in trouble.
And eventually these rosters are going to get up to about $100 million. I think this year they're going to cap about 50, 60 when you talk about NIL and high school. That gets bigger every year because every year kids want more money, and every year the best players like a DJ Jacobs, he's going to get $5 or $6 million from Ohio State if he sticks. If he goes to Miami, he's going to get $5 or $6 million. The Jeremiah Smiths of the world, there's only one or two of those guys in the country, and they're getting big time money. And to retain those guys, you're going to see a $100 million roster in the next 5 years, and unless they do something with Congress and capping it. And what can they do? They've already busted that out. They can't put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Some people might just think, saying, "Oh, he's crazy. $100 million. You got to be out of your mind." Think back 5 years ago, before all this stuff was started. Did we ever think we would see Indiana win a national championship? Come on. Go undefeated and win a national championship.
And they have as much money as anybody because everybody hears about Mark Cuban, which he's a great asset to them, but they have one of the top business schools in the country, one of the biggest alumni bases in the country. They got billions of dollars to spend. You see Miami. Miami's got a super fan that has billions of dollars, and he just writes a blank check. Phil Knight, blank check. Texas A&M, oil money, and their business is good in the oil industry. Blank check. Texas, blank check. You can't, and we're seeing this with Alabama. No knock to Alabama. They don't have that funds.
No.
Georgia does not have that type of
The
funds.
richest man in the state of Alabama is an Auburn guy.
Right. And those are historical blue blood national championship every year.
They did it the right way, the fair way, when we didn't have this corruption that's going on.
Yeah, and then they signed their coach to a $150 million upgrade, and now their recruiting's in the 50s.
Hey,
Usually you get a bump off that.
You know how I felt about that.
I did too. That was a mistake. I can't believe Greg Byrne did that, man.
All right, let's talk about some of our great, outstanding. Let's talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. I'm telling you, the guy is incredible. If you're not using him, you're a coach in this county, you're not taking advantage of it. You're just taking that little edge to get a little bit better. If you're a parent out there, and we have a lot of parents listeners, go to school, go to work. If you got a son or daughter involved in sports and you want them to get a scholarship, you want them to be the best they can be, go spend some time with Jason. Not only he'll tell you what you need to take, he'll tell you what you don't want to take. Eating habits, what to eat, what not to eat. The guy is incredible, and you need to go spend time with him. 2 great locations. Jason, what's going on down there?
Well, this is the time of year that we usually are in the off season for like football and some of these other sports. This is where you really want to pack on some size and muscle and really attack the weight room. Food is the ultimate equalizer, so you tear your muscles in the gym. It's how you eat after you're going to recover. So mass gainers, creatine. But I'm there 2 to 7 every day at 23rd Street. If you want to come talk to me, bring your son or daughter in. We can put them on InBody 570, create a plan for them and track the results over time and get them on the right direction. And we do have a location for the beach schools in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
I tell you what, you're missing out if you don't take advantage of that. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You're over in Lynn Haven today, there's only one place to eat. That's Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. City Commissioner Pat Perno is incredible.
Pat.
So is his restaurant. Pat shops down there at Max Fit all the time.
Yeah, he's doing
and
great.
Look how he looks.
He looks great.
Beautiful.
And he feels great. That's the main point.
We'll be right back. Big James, Big Jim, Jason Kovaleski, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has turned up the power.
I'm getting an off-cheese, Squad Captain.
From Port St. Joe to Panama City to Fort Walton Beach, the biggest sports signal in the Panhandle.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a chance of thunderstorms and mostly sunny, and a high of 90 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Possible thunderstorms and mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze, and quite warm near 82. A mixture of mostly sunshine, and a chance of thunderstorms and 90 tomorrow. 90 and mostly sunshine Thursday. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall. Out of here!
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro-gun, pro-flag, and pro-peace.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, here we go. Crank that baby up. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. It's like Whitney Houston singing God Bless America. The national anthem, I'm sorry. Hey, Alabama, Crimson Tide, roll, Tide, roll. Will Bama roll in 2026? I don't know. I hope so. Let's look at the 2026 college football season. Road trips. If we ever want to take some road trips, these are the games I would pick. I want your opinion on this. And the only reason I have this one on there because it's out of the country and nobody else is playing on August 29th. So we'd have to go. Who would we root for? North Carolina or TCU in Ireland? Let's go to Ireland. Let's go help those people take back their country.
I would root for better teams to play.
Who would you pick? Who are you going to go for if we took that road trip? Would you like to go to Ireland and watch a game? I would.
I mean, I would. It'd be entertaining.
Can you drive
It'd be
it? Anyway, you can take a train. I think you have to fly it, right?
No, I mean, submarine.
Submarine?
Just get a submarine over there.
Well, that's better than being on top of the water.
So Randy to hook it up.
But seriously, week 1, you got to go to Ireland and watch North Carolina TCU. Who's going to win that game?
Ugh.
TCU.
I can't get behind North Carolina. I've seen nothing that they've done, and I just don't see him as a college coach. And
well, I just want you to be pumped up about that. It's the only game I could pick.
I know.
All right, let's go to the real
TCU.
September 5th, Clemson at LSU. Week 1. I want to see that game. Lane Kiffin's first game. The place is going to be going absolutely nuts. I can't wait to kick that Tiger, eye of the Tiger. Clemson, Dabo Swinney, everybody's on him. Everybody's on his back. He's on the hot seat, which is ridiculous to me. All of a sudden, he can't coach. That's BS. He can still coach. He's a great coach. He's a great man. Clemson at LSU, road trip. Would you like to go see that game? Did I pick a good one here?
100%.
All right, good. Jim, Clemson, LSU, isn't that a great one?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to September 12th. I think you'll all agree with this one. I got to be there. Texas versus Ohio State. Would that not be absolutely nuts?
Would love to see that stadium and those teams in that stadium. I think they played in 2007, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Was it at Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
remember
I thought it was Ohio State's first time ever there. I didn't know.
They were. I think Texas #1. Ohio State beat them and ended up being #1 after the game. So.
Yeah, this is going to be absolutely crazy. Prime time, September 12th, Texas versus Ohio State. And Texas got everything. They got this game circled. This is a team that kept them out of the national playoffs, and they were hot at the end of the year. I don't care what you say. The team that's hot at the end of the year and the team that's healthy is the one you got to watch out for. Who knows? If they got in, they might have won it all.
So do you believe Arch has taken that next step that he should be the Heisman favorite this year?
I kind of think I can't wait to watch Sayan to see who's
No,
better in
I
that
think
game.
this is a great game. It's two of the best rosters in college football for sure. I just don't know if we can trust the Manning hype, or is it still just hype? He looked good, but I still see some hitches in his delivery. He throws sidearm, throws off his
If
back foot
Texas
a lot.
wins this game, it's not going to be his throwing. It's going to be his legs.
Well, I think it's going to be them running the ball. They got two of the best running backs in the portal.
And he can run.
And I got to see that offensive line. Now, their offensive line last year was bad. Like, Ohio State won that game last year because they had a lot of pressure on him. He couldn't get his feet set. And I think he's the type of quarterback that has to be comfortable on his feet set. Like, he can run the football, but I still see some really bad mechanical issues with his delivery and throwing off the back foot, throwing sidearm, and we'll see if that's fixed. But they're hyping him as the number one guy for the Heisman again, even though last year happened in front of
He's got that name. He's got that beautiful name. All right, the next road trip, you want to go see a great game, great atmosphere, and, baby, I think Bama wants this one. FSU at Alabama. They got embarrassed in Tallahassee. They got beat down. They were out of shape. They weren't prepared. They were out-coached. Yes, they were out-coached. You people at FSU might not like your head coach. They out-coached Alabama, and they whipped Bama. And Alabama wants revenge. Patrick was in here. He was up there for the Mosley cheerleading. He had a black FSU shirt on, and 20 different people asked him, "You going to be here? You going to be here on September 19th?" And he said, "I hope to," but he won't.
So
anyway,
as
FSU
much
at
crap
Alabama.
as we give Florida State, you have an opportunity in week 3 or 4?
Yes,
to go up there and put a stamp and to reverse all this negative and kick your season off with another win over Alabama. And this is a kind of opportunity. I don't see this as a Saban-type Alabama team. They're going to be very talented, but there were some holes in that game, and there's some issues with offensive line play and running the football. So
You're not physical, you can't win.
You have an opportunity to go up here and win this game and erase all the bad stuff that's happened over the last 2 years, just like you did last year in the last 7 games. But the only thing you can go there is put your best foot forward, and it's an opportunity. Like you always say, a setback for a comeback.
Yes.
I mean,
negative to positive.
It's
Setback to
everybody
comeback.
0-0 coming into the year, and if you can win this game, that can set you up for a really nice run in the ACC.
All right, here we go. October 10th. If I could be there, I'd be there. Road trip, yes, sir. Dallas, Texas. Texas versus Oklahoma. Have you either one of you been to that game? I've never been to that game. I would love to go there. The big fair, watch all the fights, watch all the beautiful women. It'd be crazy. Texas, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's got an actually really good roster. Defensively, they recruited
they're going to be
well.
good on defense.
Yeah, so as much as I thought he was probably going to be fired by this time, he's done an actually really good job with the talent level over there.
Yeah. All right, here we go. October 7th. I would love to be. If you've never been, the first game I went to in my life, Legion Field, Alabama, Tennessee. This game we played in Knoxville is going to be a night. I guarantee it's going to be a night game. I got to think Bama's going to struggle in this ball game. Even though I don't know much about Tennessee, who the quarterback's going to be or anything like that, he needs to win this ball game. But Alabama, Tennessee on the road, it's loud, it's crazy. I cannot wait for that one. And this one, I really want to go to this one too. October 31st, first time ever the game's been played in Atlanta Mercedes Dome. Georgia, Florida. That is going to be crazy. Split down the middle of tickets.
Florida's
even though we're
much
in Georgia.
improved. Much improved.
Yeah.
They
That's
actually
gonna
had
be
a
a
talented
game.
roster last year. They just very much did not get it done under Billy Napier. So I think they got a better coach, and I think he's going to be good for their future. So this would be a big first step for them to get a big win over Georgia coming out of the gate, because that could give them some recruiting momentum and just get that program back to where it should be.
And every play is going to be loud because it's split.
Yeah.
This would be – I'd love to go to that game. The next one I'd love to go to on the road trip would be the next week. It'd be Alabama at LSU. Lane Kiffin versus Alabama. He's never beaten them. He would love to have that job. He wants to beat Bama badly. Can Alabama go in there and win? Who knows? But I think it's going to be a great game.
LSU's kind of an enigma. They have all the talent, and they bought one of the best rosters in college football. can they bring it together? Can they mesh that? And can they get some quality, games out of these guys before the end of the year? It's going to be tough because when you get 40, 50 different guys and probably, 18 starters through the portal, it's really hard to get them to mesh. But if he can do it, I mean, they got some great coordinators over there. Then watch out for LSU this year.
We got 2 to go. These are the great road trips of 2026, as far as I'm concerned. November 27th. I believe that's a Friday, Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. I would love to be at Kyle Field. Texas at Texas A&M.
That's a nasty rivalry. That reminds me a little bit of the High State-Michigan rivalry when you talk about how heated it is. It's not fake. It's not just people saying it just to say it because their parents told them to say it. They dislike each other very much. So I'm very interested in that game. Texas A&M got a lot of players back. They're recruiting as well as anybody. Is that a good recipe? They're buying a lot of players through the high school. I think they got 7 5-star recruits in this year's class, which is by far the most of anybody. Is that a good formula? We're going to find out because they got a lot of young studs on that team, and Texas is loaded too. So, good matchup.
It's going to be electric.
Yeah.
And the whole country's going to be watching because I think it's only a few games going to be played that night. This is the last game of the season. Everybody knows where I want to be. This is one I've never seen. I would want to see this, and it would be at Ohio State. Michigan at Ohio State.
Yep.
Was that a good road trip?
Oh, yeah. You got to go to at least
Did
one.
I do pretty good?
Yeah.
That's pretty good list. Pretty good list. Michigan at Ohio State. I'm telling you guys right now, watch out for Michigan. I like that coach. Look what they did when they had a guy that was a nut as a head coach.
That was texting OnlyFans models at halftime of the Ohio State game.
Yeah. This guy can coach. He's physical. He's disciplined. Michigan's big. They got talent. The quarterback's back. I think Michigan's going to be pretty good.
This has turned into one of the nastiest rivalries in all of sports. Like, they hate each other. The whole Stein stealing, the flag planting. Last year, they thought we were going to plant the flag, and they standed at the 50-yard line while we laughed in their face after we beat them at their place. This is a nasty, nasty rivalry. I mean, they absolutely hate each other, and it's not fake.
2 years ago, they had to get his heart beating again, Coach Day.
Yeah.
When he looked like a dead man walk. I never seen a guy look that way after a game. It was like, good and well he was thinking, it's over. I'm done. I'm out of here. What does he do? He turned that negative situation to a positive setback, come back. He wins the national championship. That Roll Tide. I'm going to get Alabama Roll Tide on this because Alabama's players had a team meeting and pulled those kids together.
It was Caleb Downs.
Yes,
he
it was.
brought the team together, and they went on a run.
And Tennessee ran their mouth. They wanted to go in Columbus and take over.
And they did for a little bit.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, I just remember the helmet getting split.
I'll give them a lot of
Good
credit.
sign.
There was a lot of Tennessee fans there. So
They took over.
They didn't take over, but there was a lot of guys that went up there and spent a lot of money to watch that beatdown. So good for them. Great fans. Tennessee's got some of the best fans. This Alabama fan just looked at me sideways.
Okay.
That was from Rob.
They're like any other. They got some great ones, and they got
for sure.
some that are like we all do.
They'll treat you really good at Neyland Stadium.
But our Alabama update has been brought to you by the one and only, the legendary Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason graduated from Mosley High School. He started this company. It has done nothing but expand it throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're the most honest, hardworking people out there. Let me say it again, the most honest, hard-working people out there. Go local or don't go at all. Don't waste your money on national. Go local. And there's nobody better locally than Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are the best. Get it serviced now if you haven't done it. Your power bill is going to go down, and your house will actually be cooled off. They are incredible. Also, don't forget about David Adams and Designer Jewelry. Russ, Amber, and Patrick, go down there. They'll work with you. They'll help you out. They'll also put your name up on the list. And you can put 2 or 3 things that you really love. That way you can go tell your husband, your boyfriend, or both, go down there and look, I got my name up on the board. And Russ, Amber, and Patrick, they'll be waiting for you. They also repair jewelry. You've got something that's broke. They don't mail it off and you don't see it for 6 to 8 weeks. No, they fix it in the house. They are incredible. If you're going to buy any jewelry, go local. Go David Adams Designer Jewelry. You'll be glad you did. I know that for a fact. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Go see the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And we'll be right back with your Auburn Tiger update. Brought to you by Beef Brady's and Lynn Haven.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Neat from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I just won $250 from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a chance of thunderstorms and mostly sunny, and a high of 90 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Possible thunderstorms and mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze, and quite warm near 82. A mixture of mostly sunshine, and a chance of thunderstorms and 90 tomorrow. 90 and mostly sunshine Thursday. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show,
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum. Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Craig, Elizabeth, Steve, Segrist. They are huge Auburn fans. We got so many Auburn fans in this part of the world. It's incredible. And you ought to be pumped up. You ought to be excited. You ought to be proud of what's going on in Auburn. Coach Golich is doing it. He's knocking out of the ballpark. I don't care what you say. Recruiting is still big. Not as big as it's been in the past, but it's still up there. 24/7 recruiting. Let's do it right now. Let's see this is the latest, and you will see Auburn is knocking out of the ballpark. Alabama's not even ranked in the top 25. FSU's not even looked at in the top 25. Let's look and see who is. At number 1, with all the money in the world, the Texas Aggies. Texas A&M is at number 1. Number 2, they own Nike. Oregon, big-time money. They'd come to the state of Alabama and get their best players. I never thought that would happen. Number 3, and they got plenty of money, Notre Dame. Number 4, oil money, Texas Longhorns. And number 5, we talk about it all the time. He's got a millionaire down there, and Jason talks about him quite a bit. The Miami Hurricanes at number 5. At number 6, Oklahoma. Wow, I did not expect that. Number 7, the Ohio State Buckeyes. You complain they're not signing many people. They're at number 7, okay?
Well, no, I mean, I'm not complaining that they aren't. That's what some of these teams are doing. They're
doing both.
They're going after the elite, and if they can't sign them, then they're just moving on to the portal. So these classes are going to be more in the 17 to 22 range than they are like 30, like we've seen in the old days.
Or some are not even in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go at numbers and talk about money. It's all about millionaires, billionaires, and they got one. Texas A&M can go buy a softball player, baseball player, or now look what they're doing in football. They're that eighth ranked class in the nation. And coming in at number 9, which they haven't done this in a long time, the Auburn Tigers. Whoa, damn Eagle. Auburn, number 9. He just got another 4-star the other day. I wrote the guy's name. I got it somewhere on my list. They're knocking out a ballpark in recruiting. They are destroying Alabama in recruiting right now. Hey, you can say, hey, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters. They're beating us in recruiting big time. Great job by the Auburn Tigers at number 9. And I think they will be one of the most improved teams in the SEC. And then the other team that might be even more improved than them is at number 10. How about those Florida Gators?
Yeah.
They're knocking out of the ballpark. Florida is at number 10. Now, this goes to what you're talking about. Lane Kiffin, they put so much money, almost $45 million into the roster now, and they're going to try to keep some of those guys.
For sure.
So what you're talking about, you got to look at the money, how you're going to play with it, who you're going to keep, who you're going to go after. Right now, LSU's ranked number 11th. I think they will go up depending on the number of kids they sign. But right now, LSU at number 9. Number 12, I still think it's a joke that he's on the hot seat. I love him. I think he's a great man. I think he's a great coach. Roll Tide, baby. And that's Dabo, Clemson, at number 12 in recruiting nationally. Number 13, small little state, but it's got more money than anybody else in that state, and that's the Ole Miss Rebels. They're number 13th in the country in recruiting. Number 14th with a new coach, Penn State Nittany Lions. Number 15th with Penn State's old coach, Virginia Tech's at 15th. I think James Franklin's going to knock a home run at Virginia Tech.
If he can be 15th at Virginia Tech, think what he could do at Florida State.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I think that was a mistake. Seminoles.
Look what he did at Vandy.
And then they were like, well, he can't win top 5 games. Not many
Who else
people
has beaten
do.
Ohio State?
I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why they're in the top 5.
Did Texas beat them? Did Tennessee beat them?
2 years ago, he was in the semifinals of the college football playoff, one play away from playing Ohio State for a national championship.
And the next year, you're fired.
And then the next year, it fell apart and he got fired. So.
And they had Indiana beat. I watched it.
Yeah, that was Allard making a bad read over the middle and throwing late.
Yeah. Anyway, Franklin's going to do a great job at Virginia Tech. If you're a Hokie fan, you're going to be pretty happy. At number 16, I would never go live in that city, but USC. Number 17th, we always see them in the top 5 in recruiting. Kirby Smart and Georgia Bulldogs at 17th. And Bulldog fans are upset about that. But then again, I'm telling you, they're trying to keep the roster that they want, spend money there, and plug in what they need.
I had the number 4 class last year, so this year they don't have as many spots, and they're being very selective. Now, I'll say this: their defensive back recruiting took a big hit. They got a kid that flipped to Miami late, the 5-star Dante Wright. So that's one area that they've kind of been hit hard at, but the rest of the team is going to be really good.
At number 18 and the Big Ten, I'm kind of impressed with them. They're starting to do something. UCLA. Then nobody goes to their games. Maybe they can get this thing rolling over there. At number 19th with their new head football coach, the Michigan Wolverines. We'll see. At number 20, Nebraska in the Big Ten. And this one surprised me. Number 21, he's done a great job. James, your Kentucky Wildcats are at number 21 in the country, 24/7 recruiting. That's good for Kentucky.
That's what you need, man. You got to get that recruiting going somewhere. If you can't get it through the portal, got to get it through high school. Yeah, good. They weren't doing either.
I thought that was a great hire for them. I mean, he's going to be a big-time coach somewhere someday, and he was offensive coordinator, I believe, at Oregon, and they were able to steal him, and he can recruit. And Kentucky's spending some money right now, so they've gotten some big-time recruits.
At number 22, Cal.
Yeah.
Good luck. At number 23, Dead Man Walking, Wisconsin. Is he going to be gone after this year?
Yes.
I think so.
My opinion, yes.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's gone. He went in there trying to change up something they've always been good at.
Let's say win 9 or 10 games, which I mean, this Big Ten schedule this year is brutal for a lot of teams, and I think one of their out of conference games is pretty tough too.
They got Notre Dame week 1.
Okay, yeah, they're losing that game.
and they had Alabama a couple years back.
Good place to start.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I was surprised they brought him back, but I like him. I thought he's a great coach. I don't know what he was thinking going there changing up the offense. I think they kept running the ball, being physical, because he's a great defensive guy, I think they'd have been fine.
I think a lot of teams would, if they implemented that strategy, would be fine, namely like Alabama.
If they go back, anybody, I know it's not popular, but any type of option, trap option, midline, I think they would destroy.
Bring the fullback back.
Yeah, bring the fullback back. You're right. At number 24, I like the coach. I think they'd be pretty good this year too, with Georgia Tech, and they got some money.
They do.
They spent a boatload of money in that stadium. It's going to be pretty nice when they get through with it. And number 25, the Washington Huskies. Washington, 25. When they came in, solid program. They play for the national championship. They go into Big Ten. They haven't had success yet, but I still think that's a pretty good program, pretty good job. UCLA has done nothing. USC has done nothing. Washington's been, I think, better than those two. And then, of course, you got Oregon, which is a different level. They got different type money.
Right.
Am I pretty correct on that? Out of the 4 new schools, the top 2 you'd probably rank them for what they've done. I would have Oregon, then Washington over USC. Because what's USC done?
Beat LSU a couple of times. I mean, I think USC's a sleeping giant. Whether it's with Riley or somebody else, they have fully embraced NIL. And last year they had #1 class by far. They brought in 5 or 6 high-end 5-stars. So that's a team I'm watching to see if Lincoln Riley can develop that team defensively. They brought in Gary Patterson, the former TCU coach, that's widely regarded as one of the best defensive coordinators in college football. So we're going to see this year. This is where the rubber meets the road, and if he doesn't get it done this year, I think they're going to move on.
All right, do they have it right? We got all these different publications. We'll jump on this one right now. We've had ESPN, we've had 24/7, we've had Athlon Magazine. We had all different ones. CBS, and I think they've got it wrong. I think the number of Auburn is 8 wins. I think they're going to get that magical number. Now, maybe it might be a bowl game, but here's what we have: regular season win-loss record. According to CBS, Auburn will go 7-5. They're going to go 4-5 in the SEC. Auburn will beat Baylor in Atlanta. I like to go to that game. They're going to beat the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles at home. They're going to beat Florida. They're going to beat Vandy. They're going to beat Tennessee at Tennessee. Remember, he was a former offensive coordinator there. They're going to beat Arkansas, and they're going to beat Stanford. Auburn will lose at Georgia. Auburn's going to lose the LSU game at home. They're going to lose at Ole Miss. This one I don't agree with. I don't think they're going to lose at Mississippi State. But they got them losing at Mississippi State. They also got them losing the Iron Bowl. Watch out, Alabama fans. His offense and their defense is physical. Our offense at Alabama is not physical. Maybe it will be this year. Watch out for that ball game.
And they got that big physical quarterback like a Cam Newton type of kid that can run, that can
and
spread
throw.
the field.
Yes.
Yes.
Big win for them, scored in CBS, is going to be the upset win at Tennessee. 7-5. What do you guys think about this? I don't see them losing to Mississippi State.
I don't see them.
No.
I don't see them.
I also don't see them beating Florida, in my opinion.
That's going to be the game.
Yeah.
Now, the game is at Auburn.
I know, but
I kind of do.
Florida brought a lot of talent back.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Whoever wins that gets the 8. The other one might get the 7.
Right.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a football game. They get LSU at home. That LSU's got a great roster. Can they get it put together in year one? Who knows? You can say all you want, say there's no way a team can pull it. I used to think that the first year's the hardest, you can't do it. Then look what Indiana did in his first year at Indiana. Brought all those players in, and it was Indiana in the Big Ten. That
See
still
what
blows
Charlie
my
Weiss
mind.
Jr. did in the playoffs with that, offense and leading Ole Miss. And I know a lot of people want to give what's his name, the defense goalie, a lot of credit, which they should. But really, the guy that really pushed that team over the top and helped them win some games was Charlie Weiss Jr.
Yeah. I think Auburn at Ole Miss, that's going to be a tough game for them. At Georgia will be a tough game for them. Alabama will be a tough game for them. LSU home. That's their toughest games.
Yep.
I still think I'm going to go Auburn's going to get 8 wins. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Let's talk about Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal. You just want to be treated like royalty. They do it. Pat Perno knows what he's doing. City Commissioner of Lynn Haven. But he trains them up. They never have a frown on their face. They always got a big smile. They want you to you feel welcome there. That's the great thing, the atmosphere. TV's everywhere. Go check it out. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You're already down there. Go head on down to David Adams. See Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They'll take care of you. They're incredible. And also, let's talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. 2 great locations. Jason Kovaleski's with us right now. I have him talk to you more, about 15 more minutes about that place. Stevenson Air Conditioner #1, not even close. Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve Burdershaw. Get yourself an electrical bike. Dr. Chad Mitchell. I saw Chad Mitchell yesterday at his office. Went by and said hello to him. He said these are the greatest things out there. If you got knee joint pains, you got heart issues, you got whatever, you're getting up there in age, get out and pump that bike. Go out and go as far as you can. You get tired, turn the juice on, let it bring you back home. He believes in electrical bikes. Go get you a new one or a used one at Steve's Bike Shop. They've been in business since 1979. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Be right back.
read the headlines. You've seen the highlights. But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It saved baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get ready for our Star Spangled Celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in beautiful downtown Panama City. Save 20 to 50% throughout the store on fine jewelry, diamonds, gifts, and more. Plus, now is the perfect time to start your Christmas shopping with only 20% down on layaways. Don't miss the savings, sparkle, and celebration at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, putting a sparkle on Bay County, 638 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
Are you feeling tired, weak, or maybe you feel old and cranky? If so, I have the answer. It's Max Fit Sports Nutrition with 2 locations, 23rd Street in the Coronado Plaza and in Pier Park North on Back Beach Road. Max Fit Sports Nutrition has nutritional products and professional dietary plans to get you moving in the right direction. So get off that couch and get to Max Fit Sports Nutrition now. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, where you can try it before you buy it.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber, 9 Boutique, Cafe de Pearl, Kitchen Design Group, Santa Rosa Beach, and KJ Jewelers.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum.
For the record, Auburn's got losing records against 6 teams in the SEC.
Thank you very much.
At 28-21 versus Vandy.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's jump in some high school. Let's talk a little bit of high school football real quick. Can you tell me, let's focus on the great states of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, and one school from the Big Ten, one state from the Big Ten, Ohio. Let's start with Alabama. What school, high schools football programs with the most state championships from each state? Alabama, what school dominates high school football? It used to be Lanier and Lee out of Montgomery, 6 state championships in a row, or 5 in a row. I think it was 6. We won 3. I think they won 3. We won the first 3, and then I remember growing up watching that game with 27,000 people there on citywide TV. This was back in the 60s, late 60s. Lee Lanier from Crampton Bowl. So what do you think? Do y'all have any idea who the powerhouse school's been?
I do, because I saw this, but I'm going to play along and not give you the answer that I already know. Is it Opp?
No, it's not Opp. It's close. It's close. You know who it is. They had a TV show, Hoover. 13 state championships. 1972, 1982, 2000, 2002. I'm going to have to call you back. I'm on a radio show. Let's go. 2003, 2004, 2005, 2009, 2012, 13, 14, 16, and 17.
All right.
13 state championships from Hoover.
How many was Rush Probst involved in there?
Probably half of them. I don't know. I really don't. I didn't write it down. He's won. I think he's won more state championships.
He's won a bunch. I know that.
Yeah, Georgia, Alabama.
Is he coaching still?
I think he is at a private school.
Yes.
I think he is.
Very private.
Somebody will hire him.
Yeah, Jamie interviewed him. I think he is still. Yeah, he is still coaching. All right, I think you know this one too. From the great state of Florida, what school has the most national state championships?
That's an easy one.
Tell them.
Jason, do you know?
Do you know, Jason?
They have contributed Ohio State players.
St. Thomas Aquinas.
You are correct, sir. How many have they won?
At the bunch, 20-something.
No, lower.
11.
15.
Have you ever seen them play in person?
Like college.
Not in person. Not in person.
The first time I saw them, I was in Southwest Florida. They were playing Fort Myers, at Fort Myers High. And, you know, I've been around a lot of football, and I saw this like, oh my God, they look like a college. I said, we played teams when I was a player that didn't look that good.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, where do you get these guys?
All over the country.
Like, oh my goodness.
Fort Walton Beach is the only team I've seen in person or played against that would be on that type of level, because I think they went down, beat St. Thomas Aquinas like 52-17 that year. They had Danny Warfel, E.G. Green. They had a couple guys on defense that committed to Clemson, linebackers, and had a couple guys that went West Virginia. I think they had 9 D1 players off just that one team. And
they won the state that year.
Yeah. They beat St. Thomas Aquinas by like 45 points, and it was not even that close.
Well, and here we go. Hoover is a public school in Alabama. And Florida, the St. Thomas, Jacksonville Bowls, they're not. They're private. And that used to be a big deal. They won it in 1992, 97, 99, 2007, 08, 2010, 2012, 2014. Listen to this. 12, 14, 15, 16, 19, 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and 25. 15 state championships. Now, we're going to go this new system. They're going to pick the Elite Eight. What's up, right?
Yeah.
You think they're going to get picked?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a shot.
Yeah, there's a shot.
You think they got a shot to win it all? Yeah.
Possibly.
What if Bluntstown gets put in this with these guys?
What if IMG does?
Yeah. I don't think IMG can play in it.
Really?
Whatever. I don't know why they did. I don't see the difference between them and St. Thomas.
Yeah.
All right, I think you'll know this one too. Georgia team. It's a traditional school that's won more state championships. Just about any other school anywhere, really. But in Georgia, what school is it? 24 state championships.
Lowndes or whatever?
No.
Close. Wright County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big rival.
Carver.
Valdosta.
Valdosta. 1940, 47, 1951, 52, 53, 56, 57. 1960, 1961, 62, 65, 66, 68, 69. 1971, 78. Ooh, they had a drought there. 71. 1982, 84, 86, 89. 1990, 1992, 1998, and 2016. So it
somebody
hadn't
got
been the
fired
same.
there.
Yeah, they something's happened there. One coach went there, and I think he had a dang heart attack in the cafeteria.
Wow, that was probably him.
I can't remember who it was. I think we met him before. I can't think of the guy's name. I can't think of it right now. All right, Louisiana. What school is it? They were in the split back veer for years. I think they still do.
I saw their coach speak one time.
Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't. I mean, they just got great players. John Carroll Christian, and
John Curtis.
John Curtis. You're right. John Curtis Christian, and that is a private school. Now, Valdosta is a public. So we have 2 publics. We have 2 privates. Let's go to the great state of Mississippi. Mississippi, do you have any idea who the powerhouse school is in Mississippi for a state champ? 22 state champion high school.
Petal.
Not Petal. Petal's good. Petal's got a great program. Not Petal.
Was it
I have no
Academy?
idea.
Huh?
Was it Academy?
Yes, it's a prep school.
It's where
Jackson Prep.
Yeah, isn't that where
Jackson Prep 22 state
Isn't
championships.
that where the Manning went?
No,
he was in Louisiana.
They went to.
Yeah, he was down in New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. Don't show me that. All right, so we got 22. Now we have 3 out of the top. All these schools we're talking about, we have 3 now: private, 2 public, from the great state of Ohio. Great state of Ohio. Who is it, Jim?
When I saw this article, I don't believe it. I don't think that's right, because the answer they put was Massillon. And back in the day, Massillon won them all forever.
25.
But like the last 30 years, it's not so. I don't believe that. I just don't. I just know personally that there's other programs like St. Ignatius High School in Cleveland.
Moeller.
Moeller
St.
Moeller won a ton. Xavier
Look
won
it
a
up.
bunch.
So you can ask your phone.
McKinley.
This one said
I've seen the Massillon.
Washington.
Yeah, Massillon, Washington.
25 state championships.
But I don't believe that. I just don't. You know, they may have the most.
Can you look it up, James? Ohio State.
Because
state of Ohio's most state championships.
Paul Brown was there, and they won it like every year when Paul Brown was there. But since like 1970, I think they've only won it just a handful of times.
Is they private?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a public school.
Marion Local High School in Mariettstein holds the record for Ohio State athletics with 15 football titles.
Cincinnati Elder, 22 state titles.
See, we got different answers here.
Well, he's talking about
we got
total
25
team, I believe. It might be an old thing. It says Cincinnati Elder holds the record for the most state championships in Ohio with a total of 22 titles.
In football?
Yeah.
High school football.
First title, 1943.
Well, they say Massillon's got 25.
That's where
I'm going to go with mine. I think y'all are wrong.
There's a lot of really good programs in the state of Ohio.
And, you know, you talk about the Crampton Bowl having 27,000 people. Paul Brown Stadium, where the Massillon plays, Washington High School, is on campus. I think it seats 20,000 people. They play. This is a true story. Judy and I went up to Ohio when we first got married. We just happened to be there the day that McKinley was playing Massillon. And I said, Judy, we got to go see this game. I've never seen it. There were so many people. They played it at the Akron Rubber Bowl where I played in high school, or college rather. There was 35,000 people at McKinley and Massillon. And the winning touchdown, the winning points was scored for McKinley by Josh McDaniel, who's now who's been with the
coordinator,
Patriots forever, because his father Tom McDaniel was the coach at McKinley forever.
We haven't even talked about Cleveland, St. Ignatius, Akron,
Ignatius
Hope,
won it like every year.
There's a couple other schools in Cincinnati that usually flip-flop who's good and who's not, outside of Elders, St. Xavier, and Muller, who I think are in the same district, if I believe. Right. I mean, that's a loaded district. Whoever came out of that district usually won the state title in that classification. There's so many good programs in the state of Ohio. They've just been around so long. They have such a history.
Yeah. In Ohio, I think that one time, I don't know now, but I think they have like 7 or 8 classifications.
Right.
And there was one of those small, it was over by Indiana. It was called Versailles High School. They won like 50-something games in a row.
Right.
So they had like 3 or 4 championships in a row. It's not that Massillon hasn't done it. It's just very misleading because in like the recent past, like the last 30 years, I think it's only been 1 or 2.
Right.
No.
All right, Jason.
Misleading.
Let's talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. 2 great, wonderful locations. And what I love about it, you can go down and try it before you buy it. And you got all kind of deals going on. You got a machine that can measure your body fat, all kind of different things down there. Talk about your stores.
Yeah, we got a free sample bar for people that are looking for a new pre-workout protein. It wants you to be able to, see what you're getting before you buy it, see how it mixes, see how it tastes, see how it works. You can come down, grab a free sample and a pre-workout, take it to the gym, workout with it. We got some of the best like anti-aging live well products. We got a lot of peptides. I know people are in the peptide train, but they maybe not know what to take and how it can benefit you. So you can come down and talk to me about that. We also have like our InBody 570, which is a full body scan. So it's like a DEXA scan, but those are free for our customers. So you can come down, get a free scan. And then over time, we do these scans to see the results and see if we need to change anything with the diet. So we've got 2 great locations on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. And tell them Coach sent you. Also, don't forget about Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick Garner does an incredible job. They'll make that yard look like a golf course. He does incredible work. Now, you got bugs in the house. You got spiders. You got roaches. Not anymore. Call Patrick. He'll take care of that also. Bugs that eating up your yard, gone for good. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, not even close. And Patrick's in here every Monday on ESPN Northwest Florida. Make sure you listen to him. Kyle Vandergrift, that family is so successful. Judy, unbelievable. Don, a legend. And their kids are incredible. Kyle Vandergrift, everything he touches turns to gold. This guy is the best at what he does. You get a letter from your insurance company. They're going to drop you. Your roof is too old. We're going to drop you now. Call Kyle. He'll handle it. He'll take care of it. Not only do they do roofs, they can build anything. They can build a building. They design, real estate, commercial, residential, it doesn't matter. They'll design it. They'll build it. They are the best. TK Vandy, General Contracting, well, actually, it's TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. Number one, not even close. Not even close. Listen to Kyle Vandegrift every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We're talking about locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. That's what we do. Let's take care of the local people. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a chance of thunderstorms and mostly sunny, and a high of 90 with wind 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Possible thunderstorms and mostly clear skies tonight, a gentle breeze, and quite warm near 82. A mixture of mostly sunshine, and a chance of thunderstorms and 90 tomorrow. 90 and mostly sunshine Thursday. This is your Tuesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Pain don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome. I love bread pudding too. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We're talking about all the different things, all the different drugs you take for taking care of your health. They got side effects for everything. That's what I love about Jason's place. It's all natural. And that one, I told Pat Perno about that. I know he got on it. But the fish oil or the what did you get me on?
It's essential lipids, which is a fish oil, but it's a Norwegian white cod, so it's free-range fish. It's not something that was made in a lab or promoted or on a fish farm. So it's a really good fish oil. It's only $17.99, so it's not going to break the bank. But take 2 gel caps twice a day, and that controls your omega-3, omega-6, and that really does control your heart health.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I tell you what, I swear by that stuff. All right, let's go. I want to jump into this. This is John Kurtz. 2026 top 10 jobs in college football. It's changed. Everything has changed because of NIL. Here are the top 10 teams. I want you guys to listen to this and tell me if you agree with it or not. This is surprising. The number one job in the country, according to him, as of today with all the new rule changes, is the Ohio State Buckeyes. This tradition, stadium, money, Big Ten, national champ. You do it all there. I get it. I don't know if I have them number one. I would have them up there. Let me go to number 2. They'll do whatever they have to do to win. They'll spend whatever it takes. LSU at number 2. Number 3, Texas Longhorns. All the money you need. Number 4, Notre Dame. They can just do what they want to do. They're going to put them in the national. They're going to put them in the playoffs. Go schedule whoever you want. It don't matter who you play. If you're ranked in the top 12, you're going to be in. That is a great job. You got to give it to them. They run the world. At number 5, Georgia. Great recruiting in the state. Some of the best high school football played anywhere in the country is played in the state of Georgia because they pay their coaches so well. Number 6, Michigan. They got all the money. They got the stadium. They got everything. Number 7, Oregon. Here we go again. They got all the money they need. Number 8, Texas A&M. Oil money.
I'd have those two higher in the NIL era, even maybe above Michigan and Georgia. Not to hate on Georgia. I mean, because
listen to the next two, and then give me your list. Number 9, and you love them, all the money, the millionaire, Miami. Nobody goes to games. I don't care. They're number 9. I don't know. Number 10, they got a billionaire that gets what they want, Texas Tech. No Alabama, no USC, no Florida. No
Sorsby.
None of them. The team that won more national championships than anybody not even mentioned. Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5.
I would have Ohio State or Texas number 1. I mean, they have all the resource of history. I mean, you
Just
can
say Ohio State.
I'll put Ohio State there because we've had 20 different coaches that have gone 8-4, 9-3, 10-2, 10-2, 10-2. It doesn't matter who they put in as coach. You're going to win a certain amount of games at Ohio State because of the support you get there. Texas, to me, because of the brand, the money they spend at NIL, would be in my top 2 or 3. I'd actually have Oregon. If you find the right guy there, they're going to spend unlimited funds. I'd have Texas A&M in the top 5. I mean, look what they just did in this recruiting class. They bought everybody. And the name of the game right now, before they put any rules up, is how much money do you have to fund these rosters. I'd put Miami up there. They got a billionaire that'll buy them whatever. They were just in the national championship game. It's not, having a recruiting base and having a strong high school football recruiting base means nothing right now. The number 1 player in the country is from the state of Georgia, and he committed to Ohio State, and his second school was Miami. Wasn't even considered Georgia because Georgia doesn't spend as much in NIL. He's going to make $3 or $4 million a year, and he's a stud. He's a Dylan Stewart. He's a Chase Young type kid. So to me, it's about the money. That would be my top 5 right now because they're the ones spending the most amount of money and landing the best talent.
It's hard to I mean, that's a pretty standard list. The other one it's not on the list, I think, is interesting too, is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma has got, if you look at their overall record, I mean, they've won as much as anyone. They're not on that list either. So where are those people? It's a sad commentary, but it's 100% the truth. If you don't have money, if you don't have this NIL thing figured out, guys, you have no chance. 0.
James, who are your 5?
And it's going to continue to be like that.
I mean, I would move Notre Dame to number 1. There's many, many reasons if I am a head coach that I'd want to go to Notre Dame. I have freedom. I have so much more freedom there. I can set up my schedule. I don't even have an easy schedule. I have my schedule. Yeah, right. I don't have a league. I don't have a conference that comes in and says you have to play these games. Yeah. I don't have to share my money. I don't have to share Saturday afternoon TVs because the SEC has a deal. Yeah. But it rotates through SEC teams. Notre Dame has a deal, and it's only Notre Dame. That's free recruiting for you.
I didn't even think about that. Here's what I had before you just said that. It made me rethink that. I got Ohio State, Texas. It doesn't matter. Either one or 2. Texas A&M, I got 3. 4, I got Oregon, all because of money. And number 5, I had a tie between Georgia and Miami. I just hard for me to pick a team, best job in the country, where nobody goes to games. I just can't.
I agree with you 100%, but if you can buy all the talent, nobody cares. I mean, It's about TV revenue nowadays. You even see NFL teams that really don't sell out stadiums anymore just because the TV revenue is all that matters.
But what he just said made me rethink everything because you're right. You got the easiest path to get there. That's half the deal right there.
Absolutely.
But they still have academic requirements that a lot of kids can't get into that school, and they still have not won a national championship. So until they win one, and I'll put Oregon in that same frame. I'll have Georgia right there at 5, 6, and I'll have Notre Dame right there at 5, 6. It's just a weird time to kind of analyze these because it is so much about money and less about coaching as we get into this NIL era.
Yeah, with my top 3, but when you really have to figure in the schedule, you play in the Big Ten SEC, it's going to be hard to win it year in, year out. I think Notre Dame's got the best shot.
But you still got to go through that 12-team playoff. Yeah. And are you playing enough good teams to get you battle tested?
They can come back and
I mean, we've seen this with the Big Ten when Ohio State was good and they would get down. When they played Florida in 2007, they weren't just battle tested because they didn't play that grind week to week to week. the LSU national championship when LSU beat us in New Orleans. That they just didn't play enough teams to really get into that fight. When they kind of had a little adversity, you just seen them crack a little bit, and the other teams took over. That's why I love the Ohio State schedule. They got a good game every single week. They will be battle tested by the time this comes around.
Sure.
So I'd rather have that than a team that just plays one game against Miami. I don't think that's beneficial for developing a team for a playoff run.
And the bottom
it's easy to get there. They're going to get there no matter what.
Whoever wins the national championship in 2026 is going to be the team that gets hot at the end of the year.
Yep.
It's going to be a team that's healthy and has the most depth, because that's a lot of games. Let me ask you this, Jim. You coached for a long time. The length of the schedule, man, is crazy. When they get when's the national championship? It's like really late this year.
These games are 2 weeks apart this year, all of them.
And a lot of people going, they need to have more open weeks. See, as a player, I hated open weeks. I don't want any more open weeks. I wanted one, and that was it.
Right.
And when I was coaching, I didn't want an open week if we were having a good year. I didn't want anything to stop the routine.
The top 4 teams that got buys, and these are the best teams in college football throughout the year, are 1-8. The 1-8. They won one game. The teams that got the buys the last 2 years have won one game, and that was Indiana.
Do you think they will do this? And I kind of think they won't, because they got to have revenue for TV markets. I don't think they're really going to. I think they're going to kind of stay the way it is. But I'd like to see week 0 be week 1, and play 13 weeks. Everybody's got one open week, and then give them 1 week off. I know you got finals and all that stuff. Give them 1 week off, then jump into playoffs. Say that December 15th is the first, or December 10th is the first playoff game or something like that.
It hasn't benefited the teams with the bye. They're 1-8. So some of these teams that are missing the championship games, the conference championship games, getting that week off, then they get the next week off. So they're actually missing 2 weeks, and then they have another week because there's 2 weeks between the games. So they're missing 3-4 weeks before they play another game. That's terrible for a football team.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I mean, that's just bad. I mean, these as coaches, you want your kids out there hitting, you want to be in rhythm, and taking 3-4 weeks off, it takes you a quarter and a half to get
And they think
into.
the guys are going to rest that whole week off. No, they're not. The coaches have their practices, and I'd rather be playing a game than practicing.
Right.
Jason, one thing that we can't get enough of is some of the things you sell down there. If you're a parent out there driving around, you want your son and daughters playing sports, you want to give them an edge. Not only do you help them that way, you can go down and find out about nutrition, what their kids should be eating, what they shouldn't, rest time, everything you can think of. You guys control it. Tell everybody where you're at and when's the best time to get up with you.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get serious, we can sit down and write you a meal plan that's specific to you with weekly check-ins, with a certified sports nutritionist. I mean, if you really want to take that next step and break it down and you're disciplined, because you do have to follow the plan, we can tell you what to eat, when to eat it, and then we can complement that with supplements and then track it with our InBody. But we're on 23rd Street, Del Coronado Village. I'm there 2 to 7 every day. If you want to come down and talk to me, bring your son or daughter, or if you yourself, we're not just for sports and athletes. Mom and dad, you can come down if you want to lose some weight, if you want to build some muscle, if you're somebody in the gym, if you want to try a new pre-workout, creatine, vitamins, we got liver supports, we got all types of, things for heart health. So we have a number of different products, peptides as well, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Can a beautiful lady come in with a beautiful body come down and spend some time with you?
Yes, that seems like a crazy question to ask. It's a loaded question. Where's this going?
We don't have enough time. Dang it. We're out. We'll see you tomorrow. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Who's the employee here? Is